I want to talk about concert tourism. Concert tourism basically involves you traveling internationally or nationally to see one of your favorite artists. And of course, when your favorite artist is in your hometown, you do have to travel a bit, but it's locally. But now, in the past few years, I've noticed concert tourism has boomed. And I think that's thanks to the rising ticket prices in the US. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Sarah. I organize luxury vacations to Italy and all of Europe, and I also post content about traveling within Italy and expanding through Europe. And of course, I have to mention the queen herself, who's basically changing concert tourism forever. And that is Miss Taylor Swift with the Eras Tour. Pretty much everyone and their mother wants to see her, and she's very sought after and selling out stadiums. When Miss Taylor Swift announced the Eras Tour, her tickets sold out within seconds. So now if you want to see her, you have to purchase a ticket by resale. The ticket prices in the US have gotten so absurd that you can basically go on vacation and see your favorite artist for a cheaper price, if not the exact same price you would pay for one ticket in the US. And as always, let me prove it to you. So let's work with Miss Taylor Swift as the example. So she's currently touring on her Eras Tour and will be back in Miami on October 19th of this year. I am looking on a website, a third-party website, reselling their tickets. And here are some more examples of her performance in Miami and what US prices are going for. So let's say on average, let's start with 6,000 euros. Okay, so our budget is 6,000 euros. Let's see if we can do a concert tourism trip within this budget. I picked a date in Europe. This is in Austria, where she's performing in August. And so I found a ticket for section D, which is right here, roughly 958 euros so for one ticket, 958 euros. I even saw like a good range. It's roughly on average, I would say resales about 1,000 euros per ticket, pretty much anywhere you are in this area. So for good margin, let's round this up to 1,000 euros. We got the concert ticket. Now we need to get the flights. So I just picked New York, JFK to Vienna with one stop. This is on Skyscanner and this is without luggage. So this is just with a carry-on. So let's just say round trip, let's round it up to like 1,200 to be safe, because you add in the taxes, you add in the bag, you add in X, Y, and Z. So let's round this up to 1,200. Where are we going to stay? Well, we need to find a hotel. So I looked at some really decent rated hotels. Roughly, we're looking between, you can get 200 euros for 2 nights, or maybe roughly 500 euros for 2 nights. Let's just round it up. If you're going just for 2 nights, let's round it up to 500. You know what? Wait, I want to round this up to a 5-star hotel, because I do love a 5-star hotel stay. Let's stay at the Leo Grand, which is a 5-star hotel in the center of Vienna, for roughly 1,200 euros for 2 nights. Also need to include, of course, merchandise you're going to pay for, food and drink, and transfers or public transportation that you'll be taking while you're here for those 2 days. So let's round that to about 1,500 for the 2 days, because you want to eat at nice restaurants and you want to have a taxi to take you everywhere and avoid public transportation. So for round trip flights from New York to Vienna, 2-night stay, 1 Taylor Swift ticket to the Eras Tour, plus spending money of 1,500 euros for 2 days, brings us to a grand total of 4,900 euros, which is still cheaper than 1 ticket for the Eras Tour in the US. This is why concert tourism exists. But to be honest, I think 6,000 euros is a little bit cheap for a Taylor Swift concert ticket in the US, because some of them are going up to well above 10K for 1 ticket each for tickets here. I want to have this discussion with you guys. Ticket sales are absurd in the US. That is not normal. No one can afford that. And that's because, of course, it's resale. Resale, there are no regulations in the US to resell a ticket. You can buy in bulk and sell as many for as much as you want. While in Europe, there are more regulations when it comes to reselling tickets. For example, in the country of Italy, if you want to purchase a ticket, you have to enter your name and they become nomativo, which basically means named ticket. So when you enter that stadium, they check your ID and make sure you are who you are on your ticket. Your name and your ID does not match the name that's on that ticket. You cannot use that ticket. That prevents ticket scalpers from buying in bulk and just reselling it. But you are able to change your name on the ticket roughly 2 weeks before the show starts with a small fee that you have to pay. They also have regulations in order that you cannot resell a ticket for more than what it's actually worth. So for what you paid for or less. Idealistically, there might be a few tickets out there that they're charging a little bit more for what they paid for, but in a reasonable amount, not thousands of dollars. It's crazy. For the prices in the US, you could easily do the most luxurious vacation in Europe and also see Taylor Swift. Crazy. So my last question is, are you traveling to see your favorite artist or are you staying in the US?